Welcome to the e-learning classes. In our last lecture, we discussed about the Newton's second law. The statement for the Newton's second law is the rate of change of momentum, which is directly proportional to the applied force, which is the F proportional to dp by dt, which is the rate of change of momentum. Then we study about the mathematical expression, which is the F is equal to m into m, mass into the accelerations. Now today we discussed about the examples which based on Newton's second law. In our daily life, we experience the certain type of the effect which is based on Newton's second law, which is based on the effect that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force. If we change into the momentum, the force have been changed. So the first example is when cricket players, say the fielder, try to catch or to stop ball, pull his arms backwards. When the fielder try to catch or to stop the ball, pull his arms backward. When he try to stop or the catch the ball, it can pull his hands backwards. When you play the cricket, you also experience this type of the effect, or when you watch the cricket, the fielder have been do this type of the actions. When he catch the balls, his arms have been comes into the backward directions. Why it should be happen? So into the game of the cricket, player should catch or the stop balls by gradually pull his arms back along with the ball. So it decrease the rate of change of the momentum. When ball has been come, its momentum or its speed is very high. When players have been catch the balls, the rate of change of momentum has been decreased. By increasing the time interval, suppose the ball have been catch at this time, so while it should have been kept his hands backwards, it increase the time of the catching. So by increase the time, it can decrease the rate of change of momentum. So the player should have to apply smaller force to catch the balls. It does not have put more efforts to catch the ball. By this some amount of the force, he can easily grab the catch or grab the ball. So in reaction, the ball should exert a certain type of some little amount of the force. So the ball or the fielder cannot get hurt by catching the balls. So it if does not backward his arms, it can hurt because the rate of change of momentum have been decreased suddenly, and it increase the force exert by the balls, and hence the fielder can hurt by the balls. So by this way it can done. The second example is when a person falls on a hard concrete floor hurt more than fall on a sandy surface. Why should the person falls on a hard concrete floor hurt more than the fall on the sandy surface. When the person have been fall onto the hard concrete surface up to certain heights, it's the speed of this person have been decreased or reduced to the zero into the certain time. Into the fraction of the seconds, it can reduce its speeds to the zero, which increase the rate of change of momentum. Hence, the force applied by the person on the concrete should be the large amount. In reactions, concrete floor has been also supplied the same amount of the force onto the person. So, the persons have been getting hurt by this way. While on the sandy surface, when the person have been fall onto the sandy surface, the surface have been shrink under the condition of or under the effect of the weight of the person. So, it produces the little amount of the force, and in reactions, the floor have been also sandy surface have been also applied the little amount of the force. By this way, the person cannot hurt more than the fall onto the concrete floor. The third one is karate player break piles of tiles or slab of ice in one blow. It can be break the pile of the tiles or the slab into the one blow. You can show that the karate players have been done this type of the experiment. So in certain type of the tasks they perform like this. Why should the karate players break piles of the tiles or the slab of the ice into the one blows? When the karate players strike the surface by their hand, so it's the speeds become zero into the short time interval. As the speed has been reduced to the zero into the short type of the interval, the rate of change of momentum is slow. The rate of change of momentum is decreased, and the force applied on the piles of these tiles is very harsh, as they applied whole force on into the one blow. They applied more force in short time of the interval into the 1 second or the fractions of the second, so it can break the piles of the tiles. And the fourth one is boxer moves his head backward to minimize the effect of punch. When the competitor have been give the punch, the boxer should move his head backward to minimize the effect of the punch. What should he had to be done? So when the boxer moves it to minimize the effect of the punch, it will increase the time interval to the strike to the competitor. By this way, it changes the rate of change of momentum, and hence the rate of change of momentum has been decreased, and the force applied by the competitors by the punch have been decreased. So when he had turned his head back, it can minimize this effect and apply the lesser force by the competitor. So these are the examples which are based on the Newton's second law. Now we learn one another physical quantity which is based on the Newton's second law, which is the impulse of the force. What is the impulse of the force? So the impulsive force the definition of impulsive force have been given like this. The force which act on a body for shorter time and produced large amount of change in rate of change of momentum. The force which act on a body for the short time and produce the large change in rate of change of momentum, it is known as the impulsive force. For example, when the ball has been hit to the bat, the time of the collision is the 0.01 seconds. You can saw that when the bowler have been do the process of the bowling, the batsman have been hit the ball into very short time. So the time of the collisions when the ball and the bat both are come in contact with each other is very small. It is the 0.01 seconds. By this type of the small collision times, it can produce the large change into the rate of change of momentums. If he had make a 6, so the velocity of the ball should be increased and go out through the stadium or go out to the boundary. So the speed of the ball has been changed or it can be increased. So we can say that the rate of change of momentum has been increased. So this is known as the impulsive force. Now what is the impulse of the force? So the definition of impulse of the force have been given like this. The impulse of a force acting on a body defined as product of force and time during which force is applied. The impulse of the force acting on a body is defined as the product of the force and the time during which force is applied on a body. So it is simple, we can say that it is the product of the force and the time during which the force have been applied on the body. So we can say that the 5 Newton force have been applied on a body for the 0.1 second. So the impulse of the force become 5 into 0.1, so it becomes 0.5. So the impulse have been denoted as I. The mathematical expression for impulse become impulse is equal to force into time. So the impulse is denoted as the I, force is denoted as F, and the time has been denoted as the T. So the mathematical expressions for the impulse have been done as I is equal to F into T. It can be denoted as F into T. So this is the mathematical expressions for the impulse of the force. Thus we can say that impulse is equal to F into t. As we discussed that the Newton's second law, the rate of change of momentum is equal to the force is equal to rate of change of momentum upon time. So by multiplying force and time we obtain the rate of change of momentum. So we can say that impulse is equal to the F into t, and the rate of change of momentum is also denoted as force and time. As just both of the quantities are equal, so we can equate this both of quantity, the rate of change of momentum is equal to the impulse. So the impulse is also equal to the rate of change of momentum. So by this way the impulse is force into times, and the rate of change of momentum is also the force into the time. So we can equate both of the conditions, impulse and the rate of the change of the momentum. So the impulse have been given as F into t. We can say that from the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. So m into a into t, for the expression of a which is equal to v upon t, which is the velocity upon time. So we can say that v upon t. This t have been cancelled, so it is also known as the mv. Impulse I is equal to mv, which is the product of the mass and the velocity, same as the momentum. We can also describe that the momentum is also have been given as the m into v. So the m is equal to also given as mv minus mu, where m is mass of the body, v is the initial velocity, u is the final velocity. Now we are going to study the unit of the impulse. So the impulse I also have been given as m into v. What is the unit of impulse? So first we write down the equation for the impulse. So the impulse I have been given by F into t. So the unit of the F means the unit of impulse is equal to the unit of force, or we can say that the unit of time. If we want to write down the SI unit of impulse, so we have to write down the SI unit of the force, or SI unit of the time. So we can say that SI unit of the force is Newton, and the SI unit of time is second. So we can say that Newton into the second, it is the unit of the impulse. What is the SI unit of the impulse? Which is the Newton into the seconds. SI unit. Or we can say that the Newtons in the seconds, we can say that impulse I is equal to force into T. Force have been denoted as the M into A into T, where A is equal to V upon T. So M have been given as the V upon T into T. So this T have been cancelled out. So M into V. M have been given as the kilogram, V have been given as meter per second. So the second or the second unit is kilogram meter into the seconds. So the second unit of impulse is kilogram meter into the seconds. So there are two SI units of the impulse. First one is Newton into seconds and second one is the kilogram meter per seconds. So the impulse, which is equal to the rate of change of momentum. So the unit of impulse is equal to the unit of momentum. This both quantities are equal, so the unit of both are equal. So in this lecture we discussed about some examples of the Newton seconds law in our daily life and what is the impulse. We can say that the product of the force and the time is known as the impulse. So the homework, you have to write a note on impulse. What is the impulse? What are the units of the impulse? So you have to write down answer of this question. Thank you, students.